we're the largest advertiser in mass media. Modern medicine is hijacked by three modalities: chemical, a drug, some kind of electrical stimulation, implant, or surgery. That's it. There's nothing else. Till this came along, no chemical, and we can get people out of a stressful, chronic stress situation, chronic anxiety stress, and lower it measurably. This is award, Nobel Prize winning science. Within 20 minutes, you see a sad brain become a happy brain, bro. 16 years and $25 million in R&D to get this to this place. And the world's clamoring for drug-free solutions.
If I put on that patch, am I gonna feel the difference?
So the most reliable measurement of longevity in adults is that means you're gonna live longer. The whole world is chasing AI, right? What we're harnessing is OI, original intelligence, that we're born with.
Aren't you worried about getting whacked? Because if you really do that, pharmaceuticals, trillions of dollars, someone's gonna send a black helicopter.
I'm gonna say something that maybe I shouldn't, but I'm gonna say things.
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real treat for you. Today's guest didn't just challenge Big Pharma, he built something that could damn near replace it. When his mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in the early 80s, a young boy named Jay watched traditional medicine fail the person he loved most, and that heartbreak lit a fire that would define his life's mission. Years later, after making nearly $100 million in the dot-com boom, he dumped everything back into a singular question. What if we could heal the body by signaling the brain through the skin without drugs, chemicals, or side effects? Today, that vision is a reality. His company, Superpatch, is disrupting healthcare worldwide with a patented neurotech called vibrotactile trigger technology. It's science-backed, non-invasive, and used by millions to enhance sleep, focus, pain relief, strength, agility, mental clarity, and the list goes on. Welcome, Jay.
Pleasure to be here, Brad.
Jay Dollywall, folks. If you guys want to follow him, you can follow him at Superpatch Co. on most of the social medias, superpatch.com. So, Jay, now, obviously, I've been talking to you previously about all of these patches, and if you guys were here, you'd see that they're just little sticky squares, right? No drugs, nothing on them, just a certain texture to them.
Yeah.
And that texture is telling our skin what?
Well, I think we all know that our brain communicates with our body, and our body communicates with our brain. So when we put that texture, it's like Braille. You know, blind people read with the fingertips. So we're putting a special kind of Braille that we call VTT against our skin. Our skin has ion channels, these little transducers that send nervous signals to our mind. What we've decoded over the last 15 years are very specific neurocodes that help manage our physiological function, whether it's pain management, sleep, or stress. So when we put that sticker, as we call it, with those ridges are triggering a response in our skin that's communicating with our body, with our brain, and helping it bring it to homeostasis, which is just another word for balance.
So how did you discover this?
Well, it's, you know, as you read, I mean, I woke up at the age of 38, pretty much what anybody would consider having achieved the American dream. Been married 30 years now, beautiful kids. My mom is still alive. She got diagnosed with MS in 83. She's supposed to live 6 years, but she's still alive. And my dad, just an amazing human being. And when I put all those check marks beside my life, what I found was that having taken care of my mom for the better part of 25 years at that point, and taken her to all the specialists, Brad, over a dozen countries, hundreds of places, where I say, you know what, hey, here's a specialist that deals with MS, here's a specialist that deals with muscle atrophy, never finding that answer. I just started digging into what is that mind-body connection, because with MS, that's what happens. Your mind can't control your body. And when I started asking those questions to the smartest people in the room, they couldn't tell me. Think about it. They've been studying things like MS and neurodegenerative diseases for a long time, but they can't quantify the signal from the brain to the body. They don't know what it is. And as an engineer, as a software engineer, we live in the code, right? If the code's not getting through, there's a glitch. What's that glitch? And they're like, well, Jay, you know, the body's not software. I'm like, well, you don't know if it is or isn't. You certainly don't know what's wrong with my mom because you haven't been able to help her. And the conclusion that I came through after years of research was that everybody agrees, obviously the mind regulates the body. The way the mind does it is through vibrations, through frequencies in our mind, which form these complex neural networks that regulate pain, sleep, stress, mobility. So I've written algorithmic software that helps me deduce EEGs, which are brainwave sets. So there's a large database of 250,000 people called the Loretta database, which is just brain sets from all over the world, which is the normative database for analyzing neural function. So I got this database. It's a nonprofit. It's great that they make it available for anybody doing research. And then I proceeded to write my own analysis software to actually diagnose and analyze that data. It's complex, but it's allowed me to, just like, the Hubble telescope looks outward in space, this software looks into the mind. And I've been able to deduce the different networks that affect our physiology. And then the patch is a delivery mechanism that connects the mind to the body. It helps restore those programs that regulate our body, whether it's pain or sleep or stress, all the different things we talked about. We can do it through physics, not chemistry. Modern medicine's stuck on chemistry. But the reality is we're all vibrational. Everything in our body is vibrational. That's how our mind communicates with our body. It isn't through chemistry. It's through vibration. It's through electrical signals. Electrical signals are just frequencies. And once we figure that out, we can solve almost any problem in the world in time.
Yeah, well, you're not selling me on it because I already believe it. Like I try to tell people. And it's that simple, too.
It is that simple.
People think, they try to complicate it. Because